Today's movie is a special request from Patreon supporter MD Chaos, who asked me to review the movie Fight Iczer-One? Fight Iczer-One? Iczer-One? Well, however you say it, I haven't done an anime on this show in a while, and considering the last two I did both involved weird tentacle monsters, is this movie gonna keep up that tradition? Duh, did you honestly think it wouldn't? Fight Iczer-One is a three-part original video animation released between 1985 and 1987 based off a manga series of the same name. And believe me when I say that out of all the anime I've done on this show, this one is by far the animeist. What exactly do I mean by that? I mean this manages to take almost every trope people associate with anime and somehow cram them all into an hour and a half. It's almost like they asked an American to make a checklist of every anime stereotype they could think of and then tried to include all of them. Seriously, there is so much crazy crap going on here that I don't even want to waste any more time setting it up, so let's just get to it. So anyway, we begin with a man being chased by a troll doll superhero? 30 seconds in and already this movie is so predictable.
Is that it?
I hope not, it's only been 45 seconds. I don't know who these aliens are, but they kinda look like somebody's erotic Jim and the Holograms fan art. Let's see, we're a little over a minute in, and so far this movie's had monsters, gore, nudity, and lesbian sex. Well, this movie knows how to get your attention, gotta give it that. These two are Sepia and Cobalt, who end up getting interrupted by their boss, Sir Violet, who tells Cobalt to go to Earth. Say, their boss is almost as attractive as they are.
We know for certain that Iczer-One has sought out a partner, and that she intends to make contact with her.
Looks like Violet has a bit of Dr. Girlfriend voice going on. Or maybe it's a dude, I don't know, it's hard to tell in anime sometimes. So the superhero we saw earlier is Iczer-One, and Cobalt is assigned to go to Earth to prevent her from synchronizing with an Earthling, which would make her even more powerful, or something like that. Even if I explain everything, it's still not going to make a whole lot of sense. This is one of those anime where it's better to just let it kind of wash over you and just go with it. And just who does Iczer-One want to synchronize with? This girl, Nagisa, who with her green hair and schoolgirl uniform seems to be the embodiment of every magical girl anime character ever.
Mom, why didn't you wake me earlier? I could have been late for school.
I called you the same time as usual, Nagisa. You're just a lazy girl.
Yeah, get your shit together or you'll never be a Sailor Scout. In addition to her schoolwork, Nagisa also has to worry about alien superheroes eyeballing her.
That's very strange. Is that girl supposed to be in costume or something?
Okay, Nagisa, just take my word for it, she's actually one of the more normal things in this movie. One thing's for sure, she's a lot more normal than an average school day seems to be for Nagisa.
Ah! What's going on?
Hey, I'm watching the same movie you are, and things are only about to get weirder. Oh boy, this is not how Nagisa imagined meeting her high school sweetheart.
Miss Connor, stop fooling around. We're in the middle of a test.
Look, she was just daydreaming about tentacle monsters, okay? It happens. Hopefully recess is a little better.
Nagisa, I didn't know you were a comedian.
Hey, don't!
Help me!
Hey, I don't happen to think it's funny.
I'm sorry.
I think your friend might be high.
Listen.
Okay, I was wrong. Turns out I'm actually high. Well, not even 10 minutes in and a lot's happened here. I have no idea what, but it's a lot. Also, pantsu. Lucky for Nagisa, some of the crazy shit going on happens to be on her side. Alright, as important as studying is, I think your parents will understand if you took the rest of the day off. Again, does this movie have to be so formulaic and predictable? You know, the early seasons of the real Ghostbusters really did have the best monsters. Not to mention they were a lot darker and more adult. Oh, and I was wrong about Violet being in charge of the aliens. Turns out their real leader is something called Big Gold, who I think is a boss from a Contra game. By the way, in the English dub, the alien race's name is pronounced like Cthulhu, but they're actually called the Cthulhu, which, considering all the body horror on display, the only more appropriate name would be if they were called Cronenbergs. And speaking of uncomfortable sexual overtones...
Nagisa, when did you get back? I've been worried about you.
That character's supposed to be underage. Hey Mom, I had a nightmare. Is it okay if I have a lesbian incest scene with you?
Hey, Mom, let's go, okay? Hey, Mom? Dad!
Okay, guess I'll just have to settle for that happening. Jeez, this whole movie is like watching cutscenes from a bunch of video games I've never played before put on random. And now it's time to play a game of which monster can be the most suggestive without me having to censor it. Let me guess, that usually doesn't happen to you, right? Quick, Iczer-One, save Nagisa before I'm forced to make a hentai joke.
Who are you? What is your name?
I'm sorry, truly. Had I not let my guard down, the transformation wouldn't have taken place. Once the body's been taken over, there's nothing that can be done.
Why did this happen to them?
It's because I chose you as my partner, Nagisa.
Listen, Nagisa, real sorry about causing your parents to mutate into monsters and then killing them. Now, how about that partnership offer?
It's your fault and I hate you!
Yeah, that's a pretty reasonable response. Meanwhile, Cobalt makes her way to Tokyo in a weird testicle meteor where she... Wait a second, is that Tetsuo? Alright, I guess that explains all the weird mutants in this movie. Speaking of which, we haven't had a random monster for a few seconds, so here, have another one. Let's see, we've got a giant robot attacking a city, but there's still one thing we're missing here. That's right, a ship that happens to be every vehicle at the same time. Let's see how this thing does against Cobalt. Huh. Okay, that didn't work.
Please, Nagisa, it's essential that you synchronize with me. There's not much time left.
What do you mean? Are you crazy? I want to go home!
Jesus Christ, you're worse than that Shinji kid from Evangelion. Iczer-One shows Nagisa that she has her own giant robot, because hey, the city's already been overrun with crazy crap. What's one more robot gonna hurt? And unlike Cobalt's robot, this one comes with fan service. Although again, considering Nagisa's supposed to be underage, kinda makes me question who designed this thing. However, in order for the robot to get to full power, Nagisa needs to synchronize with Iczer-One, which also seems like an unnecessary design feature, but then again, I don't know anything about robots.
Nagisa, you must lend me your strength. We have to fight together.
No, let me go! I won't help at all!
Our hero, ladies and gentlemen. But seriously though, you should probably give Nagisa her clothes back, or else the cops are gonna have some questions for you.
Why won't you protect your homeworld? Won't you even avenge the death of your parents?
Which again, I caused, but just try to forget about that for now.
Mom and Dad!
Oh shit, it worked! You should have killed more of her immediate family. Congratulations, you two, you saved the city. Well, kind of anyway.
Don't give up, Nagisa. Fight Iczer-One.
Well, that was weird, but at least it was short. Until next time, everybody. Oh, right, there's 3 parts. Well, at least it doesn't waste any time with a previously on segment. Although I'm not sure why the Earth seems to be getting invaded by the Luxor Hotel. Turns out Sepia's in charge now, and she does not appreciate Iczer-One killing her fan service buddy.
I'm afraid I know what this means.
Well, I'm glad somebody does.
I may have to face Big Gold.
Okay, but before you do that, you should probably give Nagisa her clothes back.
I must take the Iczer-Robo into the Cthulhu Mobile Fortress. I know you'll fight by my side.
Again, real sorry for killing your parents earlier, but I really need you to help me out. In addition to landing a giant pyramid in the middle of Tokyo, the Cthulhu aliens are also trying to conquer Earth by infecting people with John Carpenter's version of The Thing, which seems both a lot more effective and creepier than using giant robots. If only Cobalt had realized that.
Oh, Cobalt, you were so beautiful. Why did this happen to you?
Because she was in part 1. Weren't you paying attention? Oh hey, Iczer-One got Nagisa some new clothes.
What's with this outfit I'm wearing, huh?
It's for your protection. You mustn't remove it.
Unless, of course, we need more fan service, which, knowing this series, is probably going to be pretty soon. And way to just leave Nagisa to fend for herself, Iczer-One. Oh well, maybe this friendly police officer can help her. Whoa, okay, on second thought, don't go with Officer Tentacle Rape.
Some power.
Alright, would have been nice if Iczer-One had told her about that in the first place. Speaking of Iczer-One, she tries to infiltrate the alien's pyramid ship, but before she can do that, she needs to defeat this episode's mini-boss. Meanwhile, Violet has a surprise for Sepia, which is tastefully hidden in this statue's, let's say, sideways mouth.
Meet your new partner, Sepia. This is Iczer-2.
Just telling you now, though, if you need her for anything other than practicing cutting hair or modeling hats, you might be out of luck. Back on Earth, Nagisa finds some people who haven't been turned into H.P. Lovecraft's erotic fanfiction yet. Maybe they can bond over whose story is more tragic.
My husband turned it into this horrible thing, and then he came after us.
My parents, they changed too.
Then you know how it feels to be so alone.
You're not by yourself. Sayoko was standing over you, protecting her mom.
Feel better now?
The fact that someone else's parents were killed makes me much happier. I will say this about these aliens, at least the tentacles are just killing people. Then again, we aren't seeing what they're doing to the bodies afterwards. Thankfully, the military's made another superjet called Fuji-2, and considering this takes place immediately after the first episode, they sure made that quick. So how's Nagisa doing?
Wake up! Oh! Ha! I'm not a monster!
No, but you are dangerously close to a Kenny, which I think might be worse. Also, more Pantsu. Now, with everything that's happened so far, you'll never guess what happens to Nagisa next. That's right, she gets attacked by a random, vaguely sexual monster. Alright, I was being sarcastic before when I said all the weird shit going on was predictable, but at this point it kinda is a little predictable. And don't just stand there, use your bracelet thingy. I'm alright, this is just saliva on me, I swear. Well, Fuji-1 may have been a miserable failure, but let's see how Fuji-2 does against the aliens.
Yeah, we're dead! Too much firepower!
We really gotta stop funding all these flying drill submarine programs. Well, on the plus side, at least Iczer-One finally defeated the mini-boss.
Thank you, soldiers of Earth. I shall protect this planet.
Well, you might want to get started on that. It looks like it's almost been destroyed. First, though, Iczer-One, meet Iczer-2.
Nice to meet you, sister. I'm Iczer-2.
What do you mean? What sister?
Oh yes, I am truly your sister.
Give it up, sis. I'm a better fighter and my hair's less ridiculous than yours. You know, watching this, it's easy to see how much anime influenced the fight sequences in something like The Matrix. Although in terms of plot coherence, this seems to be closer to the Matrix sequels. I am glad all the Matrix movies left out the rape tentacles, though.
There must be a way that we can escape from here. I know there is.
Yeah, use your bracelet thingy. I don't know why you keep forgetting about that.
Iczer-Robo!
Or just call your robot, that works too, I guess. Bad news though, not only does Iczer-2 have her own robot, but it also comes with fan service. Plus, I think Sepia might actually be of age.
Iczer-One, begin. I won't run away.
Okay, well you're slightly less whiny than Shinji now. Alright, time for the battle to determine the fate of the Earth. Well, guess we'll just have to find out next time. Bye! Alright, I might as well finish this. So when we last left off, we were following a giant flying space potato?
This unending journey. Once we lost our homeworld, It was to be expected that we would wander far and long.
Okay, who are you? Well, now that we're on the last part, might as well introduce more characters and plot devices. After all, this does give us an excuse to mutate more stuff. Oh, good, back to giant robots fighting. This I can understand. Sort of. And now we begin the battle to save the last 3 people still alive in the city. Time to find out whose robot is more powerful and who looks better naked with tubes sticking out of them. Either way, those 3 people I was talking about earlier are probably dead now.
No, we must keep fighting. Hey, don't stop. Nagisa!
And yet the little Kendra girl is still alive, I see.
Little brat.
Wait a second. Is Iczer-2 thinking what I'm thinking? Yep, sure was. This movie's starting to win me over.
Oh, why would you harm a child?
Yeah, killing everyone on Earth by infecting them with demon parasites is one thing, but giving this girl a quick death is going too far. At least now we know the secret to getting Nagisa to fight. You just need to murder somebody she cares about. Kamehameha! You lose, asshole! All in all, not a bad day. You defeated Iczer-2's robot and got rid of the kid. Wait a second, what?
The child is safe. She's protected by the bracelet, don't worry.
Ah, your bracelet saved her!
Ah, damn it. To recover from her loss, Iczer-2 has a fan service bath. This movie sure loves naked chicks suspended in liquid, doesn't it? Well, at least these 2 seem to be okay.
Iczer-One, can I ask you something?
Sure.
I wondered if you're an alien.
You're just wondering that now?
I was created by the Kutha Wolf. You see, I'm actually an android, and I'm not really sure why I'm fighting for Earth.
That's okay. I'm not sure why anything's happening here. Don't relax just yet, though. Iczer-2's back and she brought friends.
I've brought you 2 new playmates. Red Ass, Blue Ba.
Wait, what are their names?
Red Ass, Blue Ba.
Red Ass and Blue Balls? Anyway, one of them kidnaps Nagisa using the double dragon method of punching her in the stomach and then splitting.
Greetings, Mother.
No, it's Big Gold.
The Hue. Why does this girl produce so much power when she's with Iczer-One? I don't understand.
Theme of the movie. So we learn that Violet is really this woman we saw earlier, and that Big Gold is actually a machine that granted her a wish and turned her race into monsters? Or something?
Once long ago, I coexisted with man, but I died. I was reduced to almost nothing. I traveled through the emptiness of space, and I was eventually reborn when the void of my...
Alright, you're a machine and you're evil, got it. With all these crazy aliens running around, here's hoping those NASA dollars went to something useful.
And the launch preparations for Fuji 3? They're completed, sir.
Wait, Fuji 3? There's another one? How fast are you making these things? Alright, let's see if Fuji 3 manages to do anything. Useless! Great, Fuji 3 failed, and now the world's been overrun by Rick and Morty background aliens. Back on the Cthulhu ship, Iczer-2 asks Nagisa to join her so they can rule the galaxy together. I'd play another Empire Strikes Back clip here, but I think you get the idea. Keep in mind, Nagisa, saying no means you get the tentacles, and they definitely don't take no for an answer. Iczer-One goes to save her, but because she's in the final villain's fortress, that means she has to fight all the previous bosses again. Damn it, Iczer-One! This is why you always bring extra batteries for your lightsaber. Iczer-One's in luck, though. This time the princess isn't in another castle. But wait a second. Jeez, nice to see you too, Nagisa. Are you still mad because I killed your parents?
Meet my partner, Nagisa Kano. Are you surprised?
After all the crazy shit that's happened? Not really. Nagisa is under Iczer-2's control now and tells Iczer-One to kill her, but she just can't bring herself to do it. Actually, you know what? Yeah, she can. Well, Nagisa may be dead, but her fan service lives on. I think Iczer-One's really upset the 2 aliens from the beginning got a lesbian sex scene and she didn't. How is Iczer-One gonna defeat the villains now?
Synchronization!
Iczer-One, are you fighting with Nagisa's strength as well as your own?
Okay, sure. Time for Iczer-One to defeat her... sister? Clone? Robot upgrade? I'm not really sure how these 2 are related, actually.
I only wanted a partner like Nagisa.
And also to kill everyone on Earth with tentacle demons, but mainly the partner thing. Whew, okay, on to the final boss. It's fitting I keep making video game references, since this does feel like an old NES game hardly anyone finished when it came out. If Iczer-One really wants to defeat this thing, she just needs to go up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, start. And so, Iczer-One saved the day by destroying the Earth in a fiery explosion. Great job. And damn it, Iczer-One, holding Nagisa in space is not gonna help her.
I have decided to grant you your deepest desire. I will return the Earth to how it was. A peaceful world.
Considering everything's been destroyed, yeah, I guess it's peaceful. Well, nice of Iczer-One to return everything back to the way it was. Now Nagisa can go back to her life of being creeped on by horny animators while she showers. But something tells me things still aren't quite right.
Mother?
Okay, that's not actually how it ends. Although I have seen enough anime with fuck you endings to know it easily could have been. Instead, Nagisa continues with her normal schoolgirl life, and Iczer-One flies off into the ending of Life Force, a movie that, oddly enough, had even more fan service than this did. So that's Fight Iczer-One, and you see what I meant when I said this is the animeist anime movie I've done so far? I wasn't kidding when I said this has almost everything associated with 80s Japanese animation in it. Schoolgirls, tentacle monsters, giant robots, superheroes with big hair, pantsu, underage fan service, aliens, whatever the hell this thing is. This has everything but the kitchen sink. And now that I think about it, even that was probably in there somewhere. It's crazy and fast-paced enough to be entertaining to hardcore anime fans, but if you're a newcomer just looking to get into Japanese animation, this probably isn't the best place to start. Well, now that that's out of the way, I think the next anime movie I do is going to be something a little more my speed, like Fist of the North Star.
Holy shit!
Well, that's all for now. Until next time.
How funny!